This is a short introduction to LaTeX. In the 1970s, computer scientist Donald Knuth invented TeX, which is pronounced tech, since T-A-X are the Greek letters tau, epsilon, and chi. In the 1990s, Leslie Lamport extended TeX to create LaTeX. LaTeX, which is this one, T-E-Chi and L-A, and LA stands for Leslie Lamport, who created this extension. LaTeX is the standard for typesetting documents and with a lot of formulas, and is used by mathematicians, physicists, economists, engineers, and other scientists. Moreover, the language itself and most of its tools are free of use, and they are available for all major operating systems. As of today, perhaps the easiest way to experiment with LaTeX is to create a free account on overleaf.com, which is this website. Overleaf.com is an online app for writing LaTeX and is free in its basic version. Once you create an account, you can start with a blank project. When you start a blank project, a new project, you can choose a blank project. Let's give it a name, say test. And what you see is that the browser window is split into three sections. On the left, you see the view of all the files in the project. In this case, there is just the main.tex file, and by the way, the extension of all tex files is TEX. In the middle here, there is the editor of the main.tex file, the file that is selected on the left. And on the right, you see the output as a PDF file. And you can also adjust the sizes of the windows by moving them as you want. Overleaf created a minimal file with a title, an author, a date, and the beginning of the first section. Moreover, the document has been compiled and you see the results on the right. So there is some processing going on here. Now let's start making some changes. So for example, I can change this to reflect exactly my name, and you can do the same with your name. Say Fabrizio space Yozzi. And I might change the title to something like a simple document. Now, if you don't see changes on the right, you can click on recompile, and if you click on recompile, you see that the changes are now available, can be seen on the right. If you want this to happen automatically, you click on recompile and then choose autocompile on here. Now in this way, while you make changes on the editor file, after a few seconds the file is again recompiled, and so you get the new version. So for example, I might change this to say, I don't know, say August 15, 2020, and just waiting a few seconds, and then the change is reflected on the left. As you see, most of the stuff that is present in the main.tex file, for example, document class article in line 1, use package in line 2, begin document in line 8, make title in line 10, and is not directly appearing on the text. So what happens is actually that the file contains not just the text to be printed, but also some commands on how to typeset the document. And commands are easy to spot because they start almost always with a backslash. You see backslash document class here in line 1, backslash use package in line 2, and so on. We will return on commands later on. Now let's start writing some comment. So we change the say introduction. So we want to write some text, and of course we want to write some mathematical text. So let's change the section from introduction to the linear equation, and then we add something like a linear equation is an equation of the form, and now we would like to write ax plus b equals 0. So we want to write some math. When you want to write math, you have two options. The first is writing math directly in the normal flow of the text. This is called inline math, and you get it by typing a $sign to tell LaTeX that the math is starting, and another $sign to tell LaTeX that the math is ending. So we have $sign, and you see that the editor immediately types another $sign because Overleaf recognizes that if you want to start, you need to end at some point. So these are the two boundaries of the math. So we might have spaces ax plus b equals 0. And what you get, you see on the right, is a linear equation is an equation of the form ax plus b equals 0. What happens is that if you see the equation is printed in the right form, that is using an italic font instead of the normal font. The second option is if you want to make the math that you are going to write to stand out in the text. This is, for example, this is an example of typing math in the middle of the page. This is actually taken from the a tutorial present on the Overleaf page, and you see the mass energy equivalence is described by the famous equation E equals mc squared, and this E equals mc squared appears in the middle of the page, so it stands out because it's important. If you want to get the same effect, so we go back to our file and we say the root of this equation is, and to tell LaTeX that we want to display math in the middle of the page, of the line, we use a command which is \, open bracket, to open this special math mode, which is called display math, and \, and then we type the formula, and then \, close bracket, to mark the end of the formula. Inside this, we need to type something, and of course we type the root of the linear equation, which is x equals negative, and then we have a fraction, of course b over a, and to type a fraction there is a command, and the command starts, as I said, with a \, and the command is \frac. And when you see that, when you type this on the in Overleaf, you get frac and then two pairs of braces. So you press enter, so you get the two braces, and you get b. The first one is the numerator, and a, the second one, is the denominator. And what you get is exactly what you want, that is x equals negative b over a. As you have seen from these examples, in many commands and in many other places in LaTeX, braces are used for delimiting objects. If you're working with an English keyboard, the key for the braces are present directly on the keyboard. If you are working with other, say, localized keyboards, for example, the Italian keyboard, there is no key for open brace and close brace. Well, in the case of the Italian keyboard, you are actually using the same keys used, the same combination of keys you are using for brackets, so Alt graphics and the two open and close brackets, but to get braces you also press the shift. So these are the two combinations to get braces on an Italian keyboard, and there are similar combinations for other keyboards. Now, being an online system, Overleaf keeps the LaTeX file in your account. So if you get out of this account and you return later on, you get the same file and of course the same output on the right. But if you want to download just the PDF, that is the output, you can click on this button here, Download PDF. And if you click on this button, you get the download of the PDF. So you can keep it on your computer. If you want to download the source code, that is the main.tex file, which can be later on edited to get new versions, you have to go back to the project. So you click on this up arrow here on the top left, and you are brought to the starting page where you see all your projects. And you see the project, the name of the project here, test, then the owner, then the date when it was last modified, and you can copy it and download it. If you download this, you get a zip file that contains everything, in this case just the main.tex file.